Hey, hello everybody. Give me a moment just to get this set up, trying to stream to Instagram as well. All right. Good. Okay, looks like we're live. We're live across a few different places. Welcome. I'm not going to take too much time. This is a mini teach, as you can see scrolling along the bottom. What is a mini teach, you may ask? It is a short power pack of teaching in less than 10 minutes. So let's go. I'm Naomi Byers. I'm from the land down under, sending you a big g'day. We are going to be unpacking, what are we looking at today? We are looking at the concept of how integrity produces legacy. All right, integrity produces legacy. We're going to read a scripture from Proverbs 20 and verse 7, which says, "A righteous man who walks in his integrity, how blessed are his sons after him." That's a non-gendered term, by the way. So what we are looking at is, what does our life preach? What does our life preach? The book of Proverbs is a book of wisdom, and it can be used and applied in so many different aspects of life. So I just want to make this clear about the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs is not necessarily prescriptive. It's a really good suggestion, is essentially what's happening. Wisdom is something we get to choose to walk in or to not walk in. Now, obviously, walking in wisdom produces peace, prosperity in our life. If you go through the book of Proverbs, you're going to find great things for daily living. Even if you are not necessarily a Christian and you subscribe to the Christian faith, you will still find very practical life lessons in the book of Proverbs. It's wisdom literature. So what we're talking about here is, what does our life speak and what does our life preach? Because at the end of the day, if we have integrity, then we are going to leave something behind. What we don't want to get to the end of our life and have our lives have been so selfishly lived that we do not actually leave anything that continues. But if you are someone who walks in integrity, that means that you mean what you say what you mean, you are honest in your dealings with people. You possess gratitude. You do not, you do not look to self-promote. You look for the betterment of humanity and mankind. These sorts of things are walking in integrity. Essentially, what you say is what you do. Now, for the ministry that I run, this is a really important foundational value of what I live my life on, because I don't want to be getting to the end of my life and having my children not have something that they can continue. So when you walk in integrity, it produces such a blessing, not just in your own life. Like this wisdom that we find in the book of Proverbs, it's not just wisdom for our own lives. It's something that continues on. It creates legacy that can be passed on from to our children and to our children's children, etc. So it is so important for us now, and I think for many people, and I really feel to speak to those who may not be in the Christian faith but are looking around at what's happening in the world right now and find yourself frustrated with the status quo, or the promotion of self and exalting of self above everything else. Because if we do that, and by the way, when I'm talking about exalting self, I'm not talking about self-care or self-love, because the Bible actually commands, Jesus actually commands, that we need to love others as we love ourselves. So it is important to have self-love. What I am talking about is putting and promoting our interests above others. And that is where we end up being the opposite of integris. We end up being the opposite of integrity. And if we want to leave a legacy, something that's going to live on after we are no longer on this planet, if we want to have something that if we want our life to preach, then we need to have integrity, because we want someone to say of us, we want those to understand that we lived our lives not to promote self, not to put our needs ahead of everybody else's, but to live in such a way that we impact our world. We impact our world. We change what we would call our sphere of influence, whatever that is, whoever you're called to influence. If you operate in integrity, you will produce legacy. And that is a promise you can take to the bank today. I really pray that's blessed you today. Let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. Thank you for joining me for my mini teach. Send you a big good day from down under. It is Friday morning at the minute, and we're about to head off on our weekend. So I hope the weather is lovely where you're from. And I'm reminding you, no matter what your life looks like, that you can always dream big with God. Okay, guys, I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.